The Four Corners area is not the only red rock area on Earth. Satellite photos show numerous regions with electrical scarring combined with a reddish surface. Ancient Egypt, including modern Egypt and portions of modern Sudan and Libya, also exhibits a ruddy surface, which would be expected given the biblical account of the plague of blood falling upon the whole nation. The red dust from Mars also fell on the seas and oceans of the Earth. In the thousands of years from the Exodus, it would not be reasonable to expect the dust to remain on the surface of the planet's waters. Instead, over time, the debris would have settled to the bottom and saturated with water, become a red mud or clay. This is exactly what we find. Deposits of clay-colored red or brown cover a large portion of the world's ocean floors. It is called pelagic red clay, or simply red clay. Red clay deposits are quite extensive and cover approximately 55 million square miles, or about 1/3 of the Earth's ocean floor. This amount of coverage is consistent with what John saw in the future apocalypse, where 1/3 of the waters of the Earth will become contaminated by wormwood's bitter and toxic dust. Red clay is not confined to ocean floors. Much of Texas and Oklahoma, for example, are covered with red clay. Georgia is famous for its red clay. The deep-sea deposits of red clay are thought to primarily originate from land and then are transported by wind or ocean currents. Secondary sources for the clay are volcanoes and meteoric or cosmic dust. But an origin from land combined with transport by wind or water does not explain the red color of the clay, nor the presence of nickel and radium in the clays. A volcanic origin can explain the ruddy color, but it too cannot explain the high percentages of nickel and radium. Only an extraterrestrial source can explain the red clays. Immanuel Velikovsky made this point. But there is a problem attributing the origin of the red dust to meteoric dust. There is not enough of it to account for the volume of dust found at the bottom of the ocean. Velikovsky continued, technologies for estimating the accretion of meteoric dust have changed since Velikovsky's time, as have estimates. But in the end, scientists really don't know how much of the material falls to Earth on a daily basis. Velikovsky's theory was that the planet Venus, as a comet, caused the showers of meteorites to fall on Earth during the exodus, turning the planet red. But Venus, as a planetary source for the meteorites and meteoric dust, does not make sense. Neither the planet or its soil is red. The only red planet in the solar system is Mars, and as recent surveys have discovered, the planet is red due to a vast blanket of ferrous dust. Parenthetically speaking, the immense layer of red dust covering the Earth is the result of at least two major catastrophic events involving Earth and Mars. The first would be the Exodus event, and the second would be the crucifixion event. We know that an immense amount of dust fell after the death of the Savior, darkening the Promised Land.